Someone will say, I'm in love with you. Someone who is in love with you, you don't know much about the person. No communication in the marriage. No communication in the relationship. You can even stay a whole day without even talking. And you say, this is how we are. That is not how you are. Communication is very essential in every relationship and marriage. If there's going to be a change in your day, communicate. If there's going to be a controversy, communicate. Whatever you do part-time, communicate. I'm heading to get a biscuit over there, okay? So on your way going, and then you find him that, okay, you need to get a vegetable off the grocery store. What do you need to do? Pick up your phone, put up a call. I'm heading to so place. Communication is very important. In fact, let me give you a scenario of what happened in the time past. When I married my husband newly, he told me he was going to, get a fuel in the fuel station. And I think something happened. A professor called him to come to AUN. And probably maybe he was in a hurry to go and check what is happening. And that was how he didn't communicate to me, to tell me that this is where I'm going to branch to so place. Guess what happened? Somebody pick up the phone and come here and say, Pastor J, how are you doing today? What's happening? I was horning for your car, but you were not responding. Were you not in the car? I said, no, maybe that's my husband driving. He said, no. I asked her, where are you? She said she's in AUN. I said, AUN. Kai, no, that's not my husband. Because one, I wasn't informed that he was going there. And when he came back, I asked questions. And then he was able to communicate and explain to me what actually happened and how he diverted. So now this is one of the issues a lot of relationships have today. What happened? I heard this, I saw this, I was informed about this. And probably say, there's nothing wrong with it. Instead of you to sit down and communicate, have a conversation, hold a matured conversation, explaining yourself with transparency and honesty of what happened intervals between the last communicated details you passed to your partner or to your spouse. And then some of you can just flare up. Why are you choking me? Why are you asking me? When did you become my police? Is it everywhere I'm going to that I have to tell you? I have to come? Yes. If you feel deemed that both of you want to have a ship together, when I mean ship, border courtship, friendship, relationship, and marriage ship, there must be a communication. What builds a relationship between you and anybody is communication. How do you get closer to God? Communication. How do you relate with your parents? Communication. How do you pass your pains, your displease to somebody? Communication. Some people say, me, I don't like talking. I just like to keep quiet. I'm not very good at talking. It is good to talk. Talk these days are not cheap. People pay for talk. Am I correct? You can ask all the hosts of events and the rest. They can tell you that talk is not cheap. So if you are in a relationship, you must learn to talk. If you are married, you must learn to talk. You must learn to speak. Some men will be like, women talk too much. They are talking too much. A woman talks a lot because she wants to communicate to you, telling you what she doesn't like and what she likes so that she can build a better home and she become a Proverbs 31 woman. So don't see her talking as, I don't talk. Let's take a statistics of those who don't talk. They so claimed people that say they are quiet. If you look at their relationship, they don't have a good relationship with a lot of people. You can see them from afar and admire them, but when you get closer to them, you will run away. Communication is very important. In your relationships, in your marriage, don't underrate or overrate communication. So that's one of the first key that you can use to combat any issue in your relationship. And then number 2, tell your spouse that you are thankful for having them in your life. This is the second key to how you can work on your relationship and marriage to make it a successful one. What did I say? Tell your spouse that you are thankful for having them in your life. It's very important. If your spouse or your partner gets to know that you appreciate their presence in that relationship and marriage, I'm telling you, they will feel honored. And they will want to be submissive, both from the man end and the woman end. Let them know how important they are in that relationship. Give them the benefits that they are wanted in that relationship. Also, in my DM, I see a lot of people come, I'm interested in this man. We have been in a relationship. And in fact, I've been the one doing all the callings. I've been the one appreciating him. I've been the one gifting. I've been the one doing everything. Mama, I'm tired. What should I do? And when I replied, I said, okay, so what could be the issue? Is it how the relationship has been rolling? Some of them will say yes. I said, then it is very clear that you are not wanted in that relationship. And they'll say, but Mama, I'm in love with this guy. I don't know. I'm so mad in love with this guy. I don't want to leave him. In fact, if I leave him, my life will crumble. So if your life is going to crumble, so why are you complaining? Like I said something earlier in the month of January, this is how to watch your relationship. If you can have 50% from your spouse, from your partner, and then they are ready to work with 20, to work on themselves, to becoming a better person, 25%, which is what? 75%, which is what? An A. Then the 25% should be tolerated. Just as 1 Corinthians chapter 13 spoke about. He said, love is patient. Our brother Anyinka sang here, love is patient, love is kind, love does not rejoice in what? Wrong. Love does not seek its own way. And if you look at many relationships and marriage, it's seeking your own way that has been the issue. You want it to be now. You want it this way. How about you considering your partner? How about you considering your spouse? How about you giving them the opportunity and time to walk in your space? Patience is not what? Is not natural. It's a virtue you need to learn and convert. Impatience is a natural response or reaction anybody can dispense in the heat of a situation. So what am I trying to say? Learn to appreciate your partner. Let them know how important they are in your life. Are we together? Okay, so our third point, I'm going to be running this fast. Our third point is make time for you two as couple to meet weekly. When I mean weekly, and when I mean meeting, for those who are married, see finish go enter. Because you are married, you have seen everything. What is remaining? You have seen, you have touched, you have felt, you have entered. So what is remaining? See finish. So you have to be intentional. You have to be intentional on a date. Make it a date such that every week, at least once in a week, everybody has to pause whatever they are doing and have a time out. Like I and my husband and my beloved son, most of the time, either Saturdays or Friday, we go out to sit together and have a quiet time between ourselves and have a fun time. In that case, you'll be able to what? Within that kind of terrain, you will be able to communicate some things that you feel you need to talk to your spouse about. Make it intentional no matter how busy you are. Even if it's 30 minutes, go to a place, have lunch or breakfast or have a dinner, and have a nice talk. And remind your partner how you met and how you used to be, to refresh your memory. That can help you to build a successful relationship and marriage. Are we together? Make out time to what? Make out time to what? Make out time to what? Then plan for some personal time. Aside those times, plan a personal time for yourself. It should be intentional. Plan a personal time for yourself. Understand that it is okay to disagree. It is very okay to disagree. In fact, conflict in a marriage, conflict in a relationship is very healthy. Very, very healthy. But what is unhealthy is violence. Conflict is, in fact, disagreement, query is very important. Because it helps you to understand yourselves. It helps you to open up what is bothering you inside you. And sometimes, maybe, a lot of times what causes query is not because what the person is saying is wrong. Probably because you don't like what the person is saying. That the person is saying what the person is saying is not the issue on ground. The issue is that you don't want to listen. You don't want to pay attention to what needs to be worked on. Some people feel once we start having agreements, we're in the heat of arguments, a heat of disagreement, a heat of query, a heat of dislike. It means that that relationship is beginning to go sour. And some people begin to make a statement like, we are not compatible. I am tired of this relationship. In fact, I'm going to put an end to this marriage. Oh God, what the hell about this marriage of a thing? It's too overrated. It's too hyped. There's nothing about it. There is something about it. In fact, let me tell you the relationship between God and his Jesus and his Father. It got to a point when he was sent for the mission to go and die for the whole world. He had wanted the cup to pass him over. He murmured and he told his Father, if it be his own will, he wants this cup to pass him over, right? Because he has gone through a lot of tunnels of, all manner of things. So he felt the cup is too heavy for him to carry. And then, but because it's the will of his Father, he decided to pass through the process. So in every relationship, you must follow process. In every relationship, you must pass through the process. Some of you want things to just happen. Every day should be lovey-dovey. Every day will be smiling. Every day will be cooking and eating chicken and pizza and salad. It doesn't work like that. Even the human body, sometimes you run temperature. Sometimes you feel headache. When the head is feeling headache, the body will also be feeling sick. Am I correct? That is how relationships are. Try as much as possible to see disagreements as a normal thing. Don't read too many meanings on it. And don't keep malice. Once you have a disagreement, don't keep malice with your husband. Don't keep malice with your wife. Don't keep malice with your boyfriend and girlfriend preparing and ready to get settled. In fact, when you are preparing for your wedding, 2 days to your wedding, you can even have a serious heat of argument. We have done lots of wedding in this church. In fact, there was a particular wedding. The man said he's not doing it again. The lady said he's not doing it. We have to sit both of them down. And if you look at what is actually causing the problem, it's just a very minor issue. And we have to make them understand that disagreement, it's okay. It's okay to disagree. So don't see it as a big deal. Don't see it as an avenue to end your relationship. Don't see it as an adventure to explore and put that marriage into a divorce. Make it work. Marriage is total work. Relationships, you have to work about it. Because you know why? Both of you are coming from a different background. You are coming from different upbringings. Your ideologies are different. You went to different schools. You are different personnel. You have different skins. You have different way of doing things. You have different culture. Even if you're coming from the same state, you might not be coming from the same tribe. Even if you're coming from the same tribe, you might not be coming from the same clan. So everybody has their what? Their difference. So you have to learn that, okay? So another is build trust. In fact, this has crumbled a lot of relationships. Lack of trust. How do you lack trust? Some people have been damaged from another relationship. And when they come into a new relationship, trust will become an issue. And that is why we will always tell you, don't jump into too many relationships. You are testing many waters. For how long will you keep testing? Somebody asked me, can I marry to a man that I just met 1 month ago? Of course. Some people say, I want to do courtship for 3 years to know him or her before I settle down. See, even if you do relationship, courtship for 10 good years, you do 10 years anniversary in your relationship. When you marry the person, you have to start all over. Every day you discover new things about your spouse. The man you used to know, you will see a new man in him every day. The woman you know, you will start unveiling a new character. And for the women, sometimes you say, women are too dramatic. Hormones too has a important role it plays. As a woman, when you want to see your period, your hormones change. When you are ovulating, your hormones change. When you are about to see your period, or you're on your menstruation period, your menses, of course the hormones will change. And as the hormones are changing, same way things are changing in your body and your actions, because the hormones are the ones that actually control the body chemical in the body to your reactions and how you behave. Are we together? Build trust for one another. Ensure you build trust. Sometimes you might have reasons not to trust the person, but trust. Make it a gift. Some people say, I want you to earn the trust. You never earn God's trust, or God never earned your trust before he sent his only begotten son to die for you. That is the best way to what? To love. Praise the Lord. Also, learn to what? To forgive. That's our last point for this. So how many points have I given you? How many points? So what? Learn to do what? This is the 7th point. Let me run it over. Maybe you missed the point. Communicate clearly and often. Tell your spouse that you are thankful for having them in your life. Make time for 2 of you as couple to have a day out. Plan for some personal time for yourself. Understand that it's okay to disagree. Build trust. And lastly, learn to what? To forgive. Forgiveness, in fact, it should be your daily bread in your relationships and marriages. Forgiveness should be your what? Your daily bread. Some people have unforgiving spirits, such that what happened in the past, you must bring it to the present. Yes, I understand. Some temperament, like melancholies, have that trait, which is okay, but it's not something you should hold on to for too long. When issues happen, learn to forgive even before it happens. It helps to build your relationships. It helps you to keep a long-lasting relationships. It helps you to keep your marriage waxing great. So what am I trying to say? Learn to forgive one another. Even without being asked for the forgiveness, even without asking for apology, learn to forgive. It helps a lot. See, when you forgive someone, you are the one benefiting. Because when you keep grudge and you have a spirit of unforgiveness in your relationships and marriage, do you know what you're basically doing to yourself? You begin to attract diseases like cancer, high blood pressure, ulcer, If you are suffering for ulcer, look at it very well. Anytime you are emotionally stressed or physically stressed, you can see that you start feeling some of those symptoms of those diseases. So learn to forgive. When you forgive, your heart goes with peace. You have peace of mind. So learn to what? Learn to do what? Learn to communicate. Learn to forgive. Those 2 points are very, very strong. Then what are the things that makes a good marriage? What are the things that makes a good marriage? Number 1, love, commitment, trust, time, attention, good communication and listening, partnership, tolerance, patience, openness, honesty, respect, sharing consideration, generosity, willingness, ability to compromise, and what? Constructive correction. This helps you to have a good marriage. All these that I've mentioned are things that can build a good marriage. For those of you that are single here, you might say, I'm not married. You'll be married someday. So it's good you take some of these points down, okay? So let me run through it before I move to the next. What makes a good marriage? What are the things that makes your marriage a beautiful marriage? I said number 1, love, which is the greatest of all. Commitment, trust, time, attention, good communication, including listening, partnership, tolerance, patience, openness, honesty, respect, sharing consideration, generosity, willingness, ability to compromise, and constructive correction. This can help you to build what? A good marriage. How do I build a long-lasting relationship? This is one of the questions somebody asked me online. So I want to throw it out here so that for those who really want to build a long-lasting relationship, and this is where we're going to stop for today after this, and then we'll begin to take our Q&A. So if you have questions to ask, begin to write them down. Please start passing around the papers for them to write their questions, their Q&A, if any. So the person says, how long do I build? What are the things, elements I can use to build a long-lasting relationship? Because I've been in and out several relationships and I'm tired of entering another. And this is what I have for the person. How to make your love last forever. 1, practice forgiveness, which I've mentioned earlier. Resentment, anger and blame are normal reactions when you love one, when they do something hurtful to you. So what do? You build what? Forgiveness. Make it an act. Practice it. Then number 2, be realistic. Be realistic in everything you do. Every long-term relationship will have a share of what? Disappointment. Every long-term relationship has what? Has what? A share of disappointment. Is there anyone that have been into a relationship have not had disappointment before in one thing or the other? So it's the package. So develop what? Rituals. What are these rituals we're talking about? Develop a particular pattern that you appreciate yourself. Develop a particular way of loving on yourself. Develop a particular way of sharing issues, bringing them to the table and having conversation together. Then listen attentively when one is speaking. In fact, this is the norm in every relationships and marriage. When one person is communicating about what he or she is displeased of, the next person to want to prove a point. Why do you want to prove a point? Two nagging heads cannot make a better relationship. So when one person is speaking, another person has to what? Listen. Then be honest. Fight fair. When I mean fight fair, it's normal to fight in your marriage. It's normal to fight in a relationship. But what is not normal is violence. When you're fighting, fight fair. Don't be biased. Every time you are Mr. Right, every time you are Mrs. Right, everything that is not working in your relationship is your girlfriend. Everything that is not working in the relationship is your boyfriend's fault. You don't have a fault. Every lakadiska in your marriage is your husband. Every lakadiska in your marriage is your wife. And the moment you continue in that manner, you start making the other partner to lose what? Trust, and to put more effort in that what? Marriage or relationship. So get help if you are stuck. So many of you, when you are stuck in your relationship and marriage, in fact, some of you, your relationships are secret society. When you have issues in your relationship, learn to speak to somebody, not just random person. Speak to somebody that can give light. And that is why it is good you should have a therapist. You should have a relationship coach, a relationship guide, somebody you can always talk to, somebody you can ask questions, somebody you can confide in, such that when you communicate or make a request of happenings in your relationship, the person wouldn't go out there throwing it out there or making jest of it anywhere. So what do I have to say? When you are stuck, get to speak to somebody. What caused a lot of divorce and breakup in every relationships and marriages? It's because when they are stuck, they feel, I've passed my limits. I am done with this relationship. I am done with this marriage, simply because you are stuck. But when you open to somebody who is an expertise in that field, you will even find out, you get a revelation and find out that whatever you are going through in that relationship and marriage is but a normal marriage and a normal relationship. So I'm going to put a stop today till our next edition. So if you have your question, please begin to pass the paper around and let us have the question, okay? At this moment, I want to invite our pastor, our lead pastor, Pastor Tosin, as we go into our next agenda to Q&A. Come on, celebrate our lead pastor. Where are the instrumentalists? Who asked you to live here, for crying out loud? Who asked you to live here? You're welcome, sir.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Wonderful. Me, I have my own song to sing today. Courage, think you can do it soon. Courage. I heard all the songs you sang. Me too, I want to sing my own song. What do you say? You ready for my song? Tayo, please fix my mic. Give me C. C major. Give me strings.
To clap. Feel free.
Yeah,
if you want to clap.
Yeah,
Here is not a place of packaging. Just be yourself, okay? Be yourself. Feel free. It's a dinner date.
Where's the bassist?
Where are the instrumentalists?
You're waiting to hear my song. Pastor Steve, you'll be my backup. confidence. Two of you back me up. AJ, nice to see you. God bless you. Yes, give them mic. They're good to back you. I'm serious about it. You say you cannot sing, eh? Better speaking. Where is confidence? The mic is working.
Amen.
It's too loud. So, are we ready? Are we ready? Pastor Steve, are you ready with your mic? Stand now, come and sing. Come and join back up. Celebrate this man. Come and join here. We will sing together today. You'll be amazed. Alright. So just let's test the mic and see.
Mic check 2. 1, 2.
Alright, good. So you guys should know how to separate. Don't sing any part. Just use unison. So hello everybody. So as when Courage was singing, I had some inspiration. So I wanted to sing it. So I thought I would sing it when I come on stage. So are you ready for my song? All other girls, they are the works of men. You are the only one that my God made for me. You're the girls, they are the works of men, but you're the only one that my daddy made for me. You like it, right? Don't worry, I'll sing more to her when I get home. I thought you guys are smiling. I think to back me as smiling.
He's sweeting us.
He's sweeting you. Please carry your back. I thought you celebrate me now. Come on. Or you come and sing your. So Corey, what do you think now?
So, between me and Papa.
Yeah, you don't because you sound 5 songs, I sang only 1. You want me to go 20?
You know, Papa, I said even this one that he sang, I was the one that gave him inspiration.
Hey.
Who want Papa to sing another song? You see? Can we have one more as I'm gathering my questions?
You will not get it.
One more for Mama, one more for Mama.
You will not get it. Bring the question, let's start.
Alright, so we have 2 persons that said they cannot express their question in paper.
Okay, they want to ask in the mic.
So I want to start with 2 of them while I gather.
On the mic.
Alright, can I start with 2 of them?
Yes, that's fine.
Alright, so let's plan together. Please, you just say your name. In fact, I feel you can do that, you understand? Because sometimes this paper are small. You know why I used to give this short paper now? I discovered that anytime we are sharing this paper, Some people will write, so I decided to buy sticky notes. Once you fold the front, please don't turn to the back because Papa will not know where to start reading from.
Please kindly remove the reverb on the monitors.
All right. So we have a question from somebody here.
All right. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
All right. My name is Arinze. Well, you guys know me as AJ. So gentle. All right. It's actually my first time to this dinner stuff because I've been seeing it, just that I've not been in town. You know, it happens that most times I travel out before, you know, the date. But okay, this is it. I'm not actually the talking type, you know. So if I talk small, I want you to hear me immediately. All right, so that's just it. I'm not the talking type. So I believe that when I tell you something, you should at least, you know, keep up. I'm going to be holding on like I'm somebody that something does not bother me like that much. If you keep on repeating and... All right, so this is it. You know, I'll be telling her like, I'm not vibing to this, man. Like, this is your stuff. I'm not feeling it this way. Okay, for example now, you know, she hardly says sorry, even when she's wrong.
She hardly say sorry.
She hardly
Okay,
says
she hardly says sorry.
Me, I can tell you sorry like 1 million times
Wow,
per day. You know,
such a
so
virtue.
even when you are wrong, I can still say sorry. But
You must be a peace-loving person.
I did try, shall normal. All right, so this is it. So repeatedly, I've been saying it. I don't like the fact that you don't say sorry. You know, because I spoke to her cousin sister, and she was like, "Yeah, Kezia is like that. She doesn't apologize easily. What she does is that she finds her way, like, to cover it. Then you start seeing your fault in something that is not your fault. You understand? So she will cover it that way. You know, so, but the bone of contention here is that, me, when I get tired, man, the only time she listens is when I say, I'm not doing it again. Then if I say I'm not doing it again, like, then calls will start coming in, expressions will start coming, cry will start coming in, you know, people will start intervening, sisters will call, you know, everybody will start calling. If you kukuma accept, still after like a month or two, same thing will
Go
pop.
back to default setting.
You know, like, the only time she listens is when I say it's over. So what of when I decide to like say it's over, true? Like, I'm done. So in this situation now, why is it that most girls only listen when you say it's over? They don't listen, like, when they don't hit the instruction, they think maybe you are joking about it, or you love me, so you should stay like that. So why is it like that? That's my question, sorry.
Okay, so like what you've just mentioned, it's not a new challenge in any relationship that I've heard of. It's not a new thing. I've heard a lot of people, masses, complain about that. You know, sometimes this can actually happen when you're dealing with someone that is a sanguine and a choleric. This is what you get. You know, temperament has a lot to play in our relationships and marriages. Some people find it very difficult to say sorry. We have such temperament. And a little bit of this attribute too is applied to the phlegmatic. In fact, the phlegmatic people will never tell you sorry. They are the most stubborn temperaments among all the temperaments. They don't like change. If you will allow me to analyze her, I will tell you she has a mix of phlegmatic. If you want to get them to get something done, they don't want to do it because they don't want to change. If you are displeased about something, you are about to tell, in fact, you're communicating to them. They don't even see it. In fact, as you're talking, they are seeing fault in you, self. When you bring the conversation to them, they will never make a move to have a conversation with you concerning any matter that they are displeased of. But when you bring the matter, instead of them to see it as though they should work on themselves, they want to find fault in you. And they hardly say sorry. So what I'm about to say is this. Whoever you are dating, whoever you're married, for your question now, First and foremost, find out her temperament. How do you get to know her temperament? Some of these things she's doing, her characteristics, put up, get a pen and paper or your notepad, document, observe her very well, document some of these things. Go to your Google search and search different types of temperament, and then you will see, you'll be able to analyze which mixture of temperament she is. And for every mixture of temperament, they have their advantage and disadvantage. Therefore, you will know, you'll be more educated on how to handle her per time. Some of the hard problems we have or disagreements we have in our relationship is just the fact that we don't know our spouse's temperament. Like if I'm dealing with a sanguine, there are certain things they will do that I will not take it to heart, because I know they have the propensity to dispense this kind of characteristics. If I'm dealing with a melancholy, I know how to handle them. There are some people in this church I have never yelled out. Why there are some people in this church I have been on top of my pitch. In fact, I have flogged some of them. And they say, Mama is this, Mama is that. There are some that I'm harsh to. There are some that I'm calm with when I'm addressing them because of their diverse temperament. So you can't see me handling, and some of them might mistake it to be that I love others, but I love some group of people better than others. Not that. It's because if I know your temperament, I know you are a stubborn person, I know how to handle you. So what am I trying to say? Now what you need to do is not to end the relationship. What you need to do is to ensure you teach her. Be patient with her. Let her know reasons why you want her. Although you cannot change her 100%, but there are some 25% aspects of her that she needs to work on. And it's not a rocket science. You need to be patient with her to come true. So what you need to do now? Build your armor of patience and tolerance. See it as though this is the person you have come to know, and learn to ignore and tolerate. It might not be easy, but you just need to do it if you really want to keep that relationship. So from tonight, I want you to have more of a liberal heart towards her, and whatever she does, if she doesn't want to change, let me tell you how to force difficult people to change. When you have spoken once, twice, and they don't want to change, go mute, silence. Things they usually do that you will complain, stop complaining. When they do it, ignore it. When they bring certain conversation, don't partake in it. Let them know that you are serious. Things you do before with interest and excitement, cut it off. All the benefits, just withdraw and watch from afar, and you will see the change will come. The reason why she keeps doing that is because you're always threatening her. I will end. After all, what will he say? He will just say we end the relationship. If I just call the sister or call the mother or call my mom now, and they just, everything will end, will come back again. That is the norm. So you have to turn the norm to become your what? To become what? You have to change the narratives now. You have to change the narratives of your formula you use for her. So you have to be patient about her, okay? Be patient. And I understand that it's difficult to live or to be with somebody who will never say sorry. It's very difficult. But on the other hand, please let patience and tolerance be your motto. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Another person with mic. Okay, let's do the second one.
Hallelujah. Praise the Lord, church. My name is
Sorry, we
Enoch.
cannot see your face.
My name is Enoch Moses.
All right.
And my question is, what could be wrong if I'm in a relationship with a lady when I'm struggling to love her?
Say that again.
What could be wrong if I'm in a relationship with a lady and I'm struggling to love her?
Explain.
And note that, sir,
Explain what you mean you're struggling to love her. Like, what
I'm
is it?
struggling to love her. I can't love her.
How can you explain what you mean by the love her? Like, is it that you're not being emotional?
Yes, emotional
towards her. Right?
Yes.
Is that what you mean?
Yes, and know that if it is beauty, she's beautiful.
It's fine. Is she your spec?
Yes.
Okay, what again?
And if it is virtual, she's a nice lady. But
Okay.
I'm just struggling to love her.
Hey, are you both the ones to answer the question? Is he who is asking
He's
the
one
question?
house.
He's asking the
Let
question.
him ask his question in peace.
We are the ones answering the question. Let's answer.
Is that all your question?
Is that all your question? All right. So, no, give him the mic. I want to ask him just a quick question. I want to ask you a question.
Okay,
Are you
sir.
kind towards this lady?
Yes, I'm kind.
When she
towards
does
her.
things that, has she ever annoyed you before?
It's not a.
Just answer my question.
Okay.
Has she ever offended you before? She has never offended you.
Yes.
So this lady she's too sweet that she doesn't even make you angry at all. Has she ever made you angry before?
No, she has never made me angry.
How long have you guys been together?
Let's just say a year.
Are you both dating or in a relationship?
In a relationship.
Are you put together in the same city?
Yes.
Okay, so
Definitely.
do you put, how often do you put see?
Is that-
How often do you put see? Meet?
How often do you get to see
do you
yourself?
Okay,
get
just
to meet?
once in a while.
Once in a while, right?
Yeah.
And how often do you guys communicate or talk?
On daily basis. She used to
Every
come.
day?
Yeah.
Okay. And you people have never had any issue before?
Issues.
You've never had any issue?
We never had any issues.
No issue. Okay.
So the question I want to ask is, how do you get to a point of being in a relationship with
Come again, ma.
How did you get to a point of being in a relationship with her? How did you meet? How did you start?
Okay, the relationship started normal.
How? What do you mean normal?
Okay, I was the one that asked her out.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so you were attracted to her initially.
Yes.
Then when you now got her and came close, you now find it difficult to start loving
love
her.
her.
Okay, now I understand.
Okay.
So what he's eventually saying is that he saw this lady, he got attracted to the lady, and thereafter he approached her and she accepted. But now he's now getting to understand that he doesn't even love the girl.
Yeah, in the first place.
Yes, so eventually it's more like an attraction,
Yeah.
infatuation,
Exactly.
or possibly how do I call
Exactly. So the question, one more question. Sorry, we're asking you questions. I hope you're not offended by that. Huh? Can you have the mic back?
it? We're trying to get to the roots of the issue.
Yeah. So the question we would like to ask you is, do you want to continue this relationship, or you want to move on? So let's know how we are approaching to answer.
I want to continue the relationship.
You want to continue, right?
Yes.
Perfect. So that means he's really interested in the relationship. So we need to
Yeah,
help
he's
you.
interested in the relationship. So all he needs now, he needs help.
Yes. All right. So this is one thing that will help you, right? First, you need to understand that love is not an emotion.
Beautiful.
Love is not a feeling. Is that okay? Love is a decision that you make, you decide. Love is a decision. For instance, and the scripture makes it clear what love is. The Bible says love is patient, love is kind, right? Love is not envious, love does not keep record of wrongs. Love honors, it always forgives, it always perseveres, always trusts. Are you listening? There's no part of that scripture that says that love is an emotion or love is a feeling. Now, there are different kinds of love. You need to understand this very carefully, right? When it comes to the love that keeps relationship and keeps marriages, there are different levels of this love, but one of the most foundation you need to understand is love emotions can come in, right? If you will walk in love as a decision to make. Are you listening? So instead of trying to force it out, don't force it. Just keep on your journey of loving her, right? And be in that relationship. And sooner than later, all these things you are looking for, you'll find it. It will come out naturally out of you. Is that okay? But just walk on your journey of love, because love is really a decision. That's the reason why some people, when they saw a lady the first time, They were infatuated. They were thinking. Their brain was so confused. After they were there for the next 1 year, all those feelings died. They now say, in fact, I don't love her anymore. But that's not really true. Because when you now get married, you now realize that love must be a decision, not an emotion
It
anymore.
must be intentional.
Intentional about it. And then as you work on that intention, all those emotions or whatever you had at the beginning will all come back. Do you understand? So don't worry.
And this time around, when it comes back, it has come to stay.
Yes.
So if I must add to what Papa has said, it is better to grow in love than to fall in love.
That's right.
What happened was you fell in the love, fell into it, and you came out. That was what happened. So now the consistency to carry on is what you're struggling with. So now it is better to fall what? It is better to grow in love than to fall in love. In fact, for me, when I met my husband, till the time I married my husband, I never loved him. Yes. It's just that I had the assurance that he was my husband. And every situation proved it approved. He himself got to know that I'm his wife. And I know that he is my husband. So unknown, I'm supposed to have some kind of feelings for him. But I struggled with my feelings. But guess what? I had to read the scripture. This thing I'm saying, I think he's just hearing it for the first time. I had to struggle within myself to start loving him, to start growing in love with him. And guess what? As I am now, I never wished for any other man except him. So I have come to love him in such a way that regardless of what he does or what he throws at me or any attitude he puts up, I am ready to live with it for the rest of my life. There was a time that he was very ill, and then he was like, and they said this can actually take his life as at that time. And I told him, you don't need to be afraid, you're not dying. This is the perfect will of God for me. I did not ask God for permissive will or for goodwill, but I asked for the perfect will of God. And if you are the perfect will of God for me, same God that gave you to me, nobody can take you away. Not even sickness can take you away. And today, he's fine. Now, what am I trying to say? I grew in love with this man. And today, I'm 100 and 100 million times still in love with him. So it is good to grow what? In love than to fall in love. Then this is the reason why a lot of you during your wedding ceremony you carry bouquet. You don't know what bouquet is all about. I've said this a couple of times. When you're holding a bouquet, that flower you are holding, it means you're going to grow in love with this man. Regardless of what you're going through, you must flourish together with him. That's the reason for that flower, that plant you are holding. Whether it is original one, real one, or fake one. Okay? So it is good to grow in love. What I will ask you to do is try to start loving her again. Those things you have seen before about her, build on it and learn to pray together. Okay? And in most cases, I'm sorry to say, the reason why you can actually fall out of love if you were in love before could be that maybe probably you have indulged yourself in sex. Yes, it's possible. That's one of the causes of some of these things like this. If you have had intimacy, romance, sex, and you've seen it all. So there is nothing spiking up in the marriage or in the relationship again, rather. So that is why we always say, don't eat what needs to be eaten in the marriage, in your relationship. So grow love for her, okay?
All right. Mike, let's go. The ones that are bold enough to ask, start with them first.
Praise God. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma, for this day. This program was set to deliver us from future heartbreak and current heartbreak. I sincerely appreciate that.
Thank you.
So, sir, I'll go straight to the point with my question.
Your name, please.
My name is Adam Peace. A case where any small argument, your spouse will be saying what like, I will tear your result. I will burn your certificate. I will. Then while you are still there just looking, probably something your spouse got for you, just take it from your hand and destroy it. And at the end, we hear, I'm sorry, I don't know when this thing happened. Please forgive me. And this thing continuously happen again and again. You hear this like, I will kill you. Like, as someone in a relation, even just to have a handshake, you are gone already. This kind of relationship, how can they turn the red flag to green flag or yellow flag? Is there hope? Or we should stay in this? We should lead it to marriage and...
Now, who is the person? Is it the woman or the man that is
The
tearing?
woman that want to tear everywhere.
So, the truth about the matter is, you said they are married.
No, not marriage, relationship.
Oh, they're in a relationship?
Yes.
Okay, because you used the word spouse. That's why I thought they were married. Okay, they're in a relationship.
Yes.
Has she burnt his results?
No. She always say all these
Okay, but she did not do it.
No. It's not that she did not do it.
Has she ever burnt his results?
No, she has carried something once before from the house. Like, I bought this thing, she carried it.
And she was angry, maybe. That's why.
The guy had to go and carry it back. It was a carrying association. So in such a relationship, can it work? Is there a fissure? Or they should be carrying things like that?
Go ahead, my dear. Go ahead, I'm saying.
Okay, so in such relationship, if I'm to handle the both of them, I will really need to know what actually drives the girl crazy, that manner, okay? Because sometimes there are things that, like I spoke about temperament earlier, there are things you do that can drive some certain kind of people crazy. So some people don't know how to do anger management, okay? So you can't really say because she's putting up some of this attitude, you say you are not interested in the woman anymore. The question is, she's not a mad woman. There must be something the guy is doing that is making her to behave that way. So if the man can literally check out what the issue is and withdraw that and see if she will still behave that way, then if she continues that way, it means both of them has to see a therapist. Don't always be quick to breaking up. Don't always be quick to filing for divorce. Try and make it work. But on the case of violence, put a separation for the time being. So in that case, what you need to do is to see a therapist. If you cannot handle it based on what I've said, go and find out what is the cause of the reason why she acts in that certain manner. There must be something. She's not a mad girl. Is she mad? Does she have mental issue? There must be something driving her crazy. So maybe the guy is not paying attention to what is actually the problem, why she's acting that way. If you pay attention to it, you will find the solution. It's as simple as that. Thank you.
There's someone with a mic at the back. Raise his hand.
Praise the Lord. First of all, good evening, ma. Good evening, sir. My name is Ezekiel. Ma, there is a situation on ground. Like, in this situation, or in this scenario, like, you are in love with two girls, like, both of them, eh? Sorry, sir. Both of them. The other one, she came to you and said, this is what she has been passing through. She loves you, she this. All sweet. She don't tell you sweet thing. Your body sweet you. You're like, okay, yeah, she's the one. And the other one also came. I was like, okay, yeah, this is the situation and all that. And they all asked you out. And then, sir, you don't really want to put them on test so that you will favor the good side and the bad side. And in this scenario, sir, you love them both. To be honest, I don't know which one to choose. So I won't say it is confusion. You get? I won't say it's confusion because, to be honest with you, it happens. It happens. It happens. It's something very really to look at it, sir. So I don't know in this situation. What should the guy do, sir?
Did you see that the lady is the one that asked the same guy out, the two of them?
Sir?
Did you see it was the lady? You said two ladies, right?
Yes, sir.
The guy likes the two ladies. Was it the two ladies that asked the guy out?
Yes, but not on same day.
I understand.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the guy that asked two of them out.
Yes, sir.
It was the ladies that asked the guys out.
Yes, sir.
That I want you to be my boyfriend, right? Something like that.
Yeah, yes, sir.
And he said yes to the first lady.
Yes.
Then the second
Before
lady
this, yes. Before the second one comes. Yes, sir.
He said yes to that one too.
So because he was actually hitting on the first one.
Yes.
He was actually hitting on the first one.
Yes.
She didn't give him a go ahead. Then the second one, you know, crush is happened now. If you crush on this one the second time, crush, you can have a 2-minute crush and then turn to something else, sir. So it happens that his first crush on the other one, and then he now give her the body language, so she understood it. So you know, girls with their instincts and their shakara stuff like that. And then the second one also, she liked him. So to be honest, this thing happened. Now choir member, the all these three, now choir member, it happens like the story long. It's like,
so you're saying that, so what you're telling me is that all these three people know themselves. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
That's confusion. Problem. No?
So that's a problem. Like,
so now, we know the problem in this situation, right?
yes, sir.
And who is the problem?
The guy.
Okay. So we know the guy is actually suffering from indecision.
Yes.
And he wants to enjoy two ladies at the same time
Yes.
without deciding the one he wants.
Yeah.
So my advice to him, the truth about it, if the guy wants to have clarity, he should pause the two relationship first and have a clear mind. Let him think about it, and then two of them can still be his friends. Do you understand? Two of them can still be his friends, but let him pause anything relationship between the two of them. Because at the moment,
yes, sir.
he's not making a wise decision.
Thank you very much, sir. But
What's against the but? Talk.
to be certain, the other one, if I could say it clearly,
Yes.
she's independent and she's very okay. While the other one,
It's a liability.
no, she's not a liability. She's okay. She the hustle. She the struggle. But like she's always with him, hanging and all that. But anytime you get that one, she go feel like, bro, what's up? How you doing? Have you eaten? Are you alright? Come, let's. You get.
And
sir.
and that is the problem. You see, that is the problem also.
The challenge in the whole thing is that the guy is a selfish person. That's what is happening.
No.
Hold on. He's a selfish person because he saw virtue in this one.
Yes.
And he saw another virtue
And
in
that
this one.
virtue.
And if he can compress it in one person, put the two of them together, have them as one, he would do it. But right now, they are two individuals. So he wants to have the both of them. Except if you want to be King Solomon and David.
Hey, voila. Hey. Thank you very much, ma. Thank you very much, sir, for.
So like we're saying, right?
Yes, sir.
Even the idea of the comparison is a problem already. You see, right?
Yes,
That's
sir.
why the best thing, the wisest thing for him to do right now
To pause it.
is to pause all the relationships. Let him have clarity, think about this properly, and make a decision of who he wants.
But sir, are you sure if he posts
fact,
it, he's
let's
not going
forget-
to go through trauma? Like,
In fact, for me, he should just stay out of the two
I'm telling
relationships and then work on himself first.
That's what. If he doesn't do that, it's not ready. It's not serious. It's not serious. And the girls too, they are smart. They should end the relationship and move on with their life. Any other person with mic? Let's go to this. Okay. Yes.
So this table, they have a question.
Or the whole table.
Yes.
Okay. Let's find their question.
Okay, sir. The question is, can your friend date your ex?
Can your friend?
Let me
That's
throw
like
more
a
light.
lady friend, right? Okay. Anyone?
Let me cover shade, sir. So, the question is this, ba? We are friends. Now, we are also friends with this guy. but I'm dating this guy for an instance, right? And at some point we had an issue. We are no longer together. Only for me to now realize that she is now going out with this guy. Isn't it weird?
Oh, so that means
And-
the first category of friends when you're still in a relationship.
They
Okay, I've
broke.
ended it.
Yes, sir. They broke up.
Okay.
And also, what if he's God's plan for her?
Yes.
Yes.
Amazing. Are you answering? You hear their question. I should answer the question.
She said, sir, not ma.
All right. Okay. Okay. Okay.
So it's your
All right.
right
So
to
now,
answer.
now, listen very carefully, right?
She said, sir.
Now, if all of you are friends, are you listening? And you know that this person had an existing relationship with this other person, right? And you want to start a relationship with the other person. I think that if that person is your friend, you should have told that person about what you want to do and ensure that they have your blessing to go on with that. Do you understand? And if there's an issue with that, then you need to find out what exactly is the reason why that relationship ended in the first place. You know why? Because if you don't know the reason why that first relationship ended, you may just be the next one again to also end another relationship again because you were ignorant of the reason why they actually broke up in the first place. And this actually happens in real life. I've seen it happen several times. A friend has a girlfriend, dated. The guy did not even tell the friend. The guy, his friend is not dating that girl again. And then later on, he now found out and broke up the relationship. You have multiple breakups from the same lady or the same guy. Why? Because they claim to be friends, but they are actually not really friends. Because they don't share these things together and to really, for them to have clarity about things like this. Do you understand? So when you talk about is it right or is it wrong, it's not about right or wrong. It's about what's the wise thing to do in this situation. If you are friends, you guys should talk and let everybody have a conversation about this before you make a decision on what next to do. That's what any wise person will do. I hope that answers your question. Yeah, good. Thank you. All right.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
There is this. I met a lady around January.
Please use your mic very well.
Okay. I met this girl around January, and she was the one that asked me out. So I agreed, and we started the relationship. Along the way, I feel like she's not the one for me. So I stopped talking to her, and she kept on chatting me, calling me. So was it few weeks later? There is this guy, my ex-friend, and he's dating my ex-girlfriend. I don't know if whether you understand me. He was my friend then, so he's now dating my ex-girlfriend. So the lady posted the guy on her status and with the caption, "My guy." So one of my friends saw the post and he was like mocking me that my girlfriend is posting my friend back then that is dating my ex-girlfriend. So what happened was I was trying to talk to the lady and ask her about it, but her response made me to stay away from her.
Which was?
That's my girlfriend.
Yes. What was her response?
I was like, what is between you and this guy? And she was like, she don't know. So I stopped talking to her for like 2 weeks then. And later on, I went to Sengere Footy. On my way, I saw her with another guy.
Not your friend Nike?
Yes.
The total guy entirely?
Yes.
Okay.
So she stopped, we greeted, and she introduced me to the guy as her runaway boyfriend. So from there, we departed.
Please, so what's exactly your question now?
Okay, my question is that the relationship is just complicated. I don't know what to do about it. And I like her.
So who are you liking? Is it the ex?
But I don't think you understand me well.
You have said so many things, so we really need
Yes.
to know where
The person
Okay,
is
my
like-
current girlfriend, we met around January and we are having issues. She's the one I met in Sangere. So, my question here is that,
Yes, his question is that, I understand his question. So his current girlfriend, right, is following other guys, right?
yes, sir.
Yes. But it seems like two of them are not working together. So, but does she still call you her boyfriend?
Sir?
Does she still call you her boyfriend? Or
What
is you that
surprised me?
calling her your girlfriend?
What surprised me was that she introduced me to the other guy I met them together as a runaway boyfriend.
Okay, you are the runaway boyfriend.
Yes.
Okay.
And then you saw your ex
No, you're that guy.
with another guy.
Yes.
Okay. It's still almost similar with
Yes, similar
the
stuff,
other the question Mrs. Minor, Abby, from our table. They asked, is this similar now? It's also similar thing. The thing is that all of this issue, like when you are into a relationship and then maybe both of you are done and then your friend is now dating that same person, it means they've been having some kind of feelings ongoing. Something must be going on before. You can't tell me it's God's will. What do you mean it's God's will? See, there is a finding. Love is a choice. Are you listening? Hello, one house. Love is a choice. So you cannot tell me you are, let's say for instance, I have a boyfriend. You are my girlfriend. I ended up with that boyfriend of mine. We are no longer together. And all of a sudden I found out that you are dating that person. Is that there must be an admiration or attraction that has been ongoing? And you are just looking for opportunity to come in. That is it. So even if you come to seek my blessing, it's fine. I'll still give you my blessing for the both of you to go ahead and continue whatever you want to do. But the truth of the matter is that there was an attraction and the person had wished to have that man ever since. Because the rules is this. If you are my girlfriend and I dated a man that is my ex, of course I must have shared a lot of things with you if I call you a friend. And then you still went behind me to date the person. There is no trust. There's such kind of friends you can't trust because that is covetousness. It can lead to anything.
So in your case, right, you need to call this lady and have a conversation with her. Are you listening? Talk to her. You guys should both of you sit down and talk. Whether you want to end it, or you want to really build something together. Is that okay? That's what you should do. All right, we have a question here. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody.
As if you will stop sharing this food or whatever you're sharing because the noise is becoming too much in the auditorium.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
We have a question here. The question is,
Please, the chef should pause anything you're sharing at the moment.
good evening, ma. My relationship is going well, but anytime I set my eyes on my ex, I find myself loving him again. Please, what should I do?
Anytime she set her
My
eyes.
relationship is going on well, but anytime I set my eyes on my ex, I find myself loving him again. What should I do?
So what you need to do is to ensure you don't cross paths with him anymore.
Simple, straight to the point.
Don't cross
Next
paths
question.
with him.
Next question. I have this guy that loves me, but all of a sudden, after 3 months, I could not understand the guy again. He gives me reasons like his phone got missing, and right now he is in Jos. Mama, should I back off or go on with it?
Okay, so what you should do is, if he's complaining, although I wouldn't know to which level and what is happening in the relationship, but I will ask you to put a pause on it. If, in fact, let me tell you something. He's a man that's supposed to be the driving force of every relationship. You as a woman, don't put too much pressure on it. Let him be the one to put pressure on it. If he's giving you excuses after 3 months, maybe he has found some things that probably you guys are not meant to be. And he doesn't want to come up clearly to tell you that, you see, this thing isn't working. So he will give you excuses until you're tired and you leave. So why do you want to get tired? Why are you pushing on? So if I may advise you, please move on with your life. If he really wants you for a keep, he will come for you.
Thank you. Next question. He says, I'm in love with a man and in a serious relationship with him. He has an outstanding debt of over 50 million. I'm assuming it's Naira. And I'm pregnant for him. Should we go on with marriage? Number 2, mommy, please, is there a justifiable reason to consider abortion?
Okay, first and foremost, there is not a justifiable reason why you should commit abortion. You cannot make 2 mistakes at once. You've made the first mistake by getting pregnant. And then secondly, you want to commit murder. Oh no, don't do that. If you are here and you don't have somebody to take care of you, come. I'll take care of you. And I ensure you pass through the process and have that baby successfully. And also, if the guy is in debt, what you need to do is that leave the guy to clear his debt first. Don't rush into getting married to him, because you need money in the relationship and marriage. Money is very important in every relationship and marriage. They work hand in hand. If there is no money, it can bring frustration. You can see a girl that is dating a poor or a broke guy. The moment he see a guy that has money, he can pot. The Bible says money answereth all things, but the love of money is the root of all evil. So if money could answer anything, it means even money can buy your love. Except otherwise, there is a value that person has that the rich one does not have, and you choose to stay back. Okay? So allow him to clear his debts. And for the pregnancy, meet me personally for it, and I will take care of it.
All right, next question. Is it beneficial to be... Corey, come and read this one. Maybe you understand these artistic writings. Read the question.
All right. Is it beneficial to be in a secret relationship without letting one to know about it? Like, is it beneficial to be in a secret relationship without anybody knowing about it?
No.
Then number 2, and what about if you and your partner agreed to leave it secret between you guys?
Hello. So, number 1, it is not beneficiary to be in a secret relationship. In fact, it's in our society here that people keep relationships secret. If you go overseas, when they're about to enter a relationship, they throw a mini dinner party announcing they are going into relationship. If the relationship isn't working and they need to cut off, they will call another one, and then they will announce that they are no longer together officially. So I don't see reasons why you should do a secret relationship in the first place. And then keeping a secret relationship between you and the person involved is very risky for you. Okay? Because you need guidance. And you also see, any man that wants a secret relationship, or any woman that wants a secret relationship with you, there is something the person is hiding. And you have to be careful and run for your life. So it's not beneficiary at all. Papa, can you add to this?
No, it's not, because whatever you are doing in secret will come to the open. So make it open from the beginning. As simple as that. The Bible says there's nothing hidden under the sun. Whether you do it in secret, it will still come to the open. It's as simple as that. So why do it in the first place? One of the things that it'll help you is that it'll help you to have a third party or a third eye view in your relationship, so that you don't get into disaster. Is that okay? All right, next question. Must the man be older than the woman? Who made that law? Must the man be older than the woman? No, the man must not be older than the woman. The man can be older, the woman can be older. Remember, maturity is not by age. It's not by age. Maturity has to do with responsibility. Somebody can be 40 years old, still sleeping in his father's house. Just because he's 40 does not make him responsible, does not make him mature. And you can see a 25-year-old young guy who is very responsible, taking care of himself, his family. I cannot take care of you as well. So it's as simple as that. So marriage has nothing to do with that. Now the next question. I'm seeing someone whom I am 3 years older than. He is responsible and treats me good. But people keep saying it won't end well. What should I do? Why did they say it won't end well? We've seen relationship that the husband, the wife is 10 years older than the husband, and they are married for how many years now?
Married for more than 15
More
years.
than 15 years. And when you meet them, you will not even know.
You will not know the difference.
Are you following? We've even married people together who the spouse, the husband is younger than the wife. And marriage
And they are
is
happily
fine.
married.
So I don't know where they got this idea from.
So age is, for me, I think age is just a number.
It's just really
and
a number.
the reason why some of our forefathers have laid this pattern of marital foundation is because, you know, the ladies are more wiser. You know, if you see a lady of 10 years and you see a guy of 15 years, what the lady of 10 years knows is higher than what the guy. So they tend to be more matured in many aspects. So that's why they feel the guy should be what? A little bit older than the other one. But then, let me shock you. In our modern society, it doesn't work that way. Just like he's mentioned, a fool at 40 is a fool forever.
Yeah. And for you, the lady, right, the most important question you need to ask yourself is, can I submit to this man?
Exactly.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
That's the question you need to answer for yourself. If you know you can't submit to the man, whether younger or older, it will not work.
So if you like senior the guy 3 years and you are fine, both of you are cool with it, move on. Once you have mutual respect, you can submit to one another and all of that. And mind you, please, for the female, not that tomorrow when he does something wrong, you say, do you know I am your senior? Please don't make that mistake. Yes, because I've cancelled such before. So please, there is no particular age applied to for compatibility in marriage.
All right. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Our next question is this. Okay. Hi, sir. This is my dilemma. I'm scared of marriage. In the next 2 years, I should be ready. Will I? Okay, so you're not sure whether you'll be ready in 2 years, but you should be ready in 2 years to get married. This is because the rate of unfaithfulness in marriages is on the rise. Now I understand why parents advise to get a God-fearing woman, but sir, we have low-key acting superstars. We have low-keys acting superstars. What is your take? So the reason why you are scared of marriage is because you are focused on the unfaithfulness in marriages. You see, the thing about life is that the reason what you focus on more is what you will actually be in your subconscious. You will be amazed that as much as you say that there are unfaithful marriages, there are a lot of faithful marriages. But you have not paid attention to those marriages that turn in the first place. Why? Because those things don't make the news. What makes the news is bad news. When something scatters, when something ends. But there are marriages of 50 years, 40 years, it doesn't make the news at all. Are you seeing that? Of course, there are unfaithfulness in marriage. Why? Because there are also unfaithful human beings as well. And there are also faithful marriages because the both parties are also faithful to their commitment and to their preparation for those relationships. So the point is you need to evaluate the person you are with. Can the person be faithful to you? And can you also be faithful to that person in that relationship? That's what you focus on and build your relationship in that direction. Don't, if you are focusing on the negative of what's happening in society, you'll not get anything done. That's the truth about life. Because everything in life is based, at the end of the day, the marriage you are about to start is between you and the other person, the other lady, not with the other people that are unfaithful. It's about yourself and the lady. So you need to evaluate the person you want to get into a relationship with and know them for who they are. If the person already shows you trait of unfaithfulness, then you should ask yourself a question: do I want to continue this, or do I want to put a pause? And then if you consider that person to be a faithful person, then why not dive into that relationship and trust the Lord that you guys will work it out together in that marriage or relationship. Praise God. All right, so we have a next question here. The next question is, I like this one. How can you correct a husband that thinks slow and not exposed to social life? I always think ahead of him, and I feel he's drawing me back. He's drawing me back with plan. So how can you correct a husband that thinks slow and not exposed to social life? She's trying to say that she's more enlightened, she's more wise than him, and the man is so slow. The man can't catch up with her so fast. So how can she correct the husband?
The man is always the head, authority over you. You have to note that first. So whatever you're doing, he should be in the speed of the light. So if I may advise you and counsel you, I'll advise you to be patient and carry him gently at your space. Because if you have, of course, if you have an enlightened man in your life, there's nothing really you can do, because this person has spent so much time growing up with that mentality. So how do you want to change it? Did you marry him to change him, or you married to love him? Nobody wants to be married to be changed. Everybody wants to be married to be loved. So the best you can do is to be very careful and gently with him. And also with love and kindness, keep reminding him why he needs to walk at that space, and also whatever articles you know you can use to help him, to enlighten him at your space, do it in love and kindness.
Come and read this question.
All right, the question is, one house please. What do you do when you love someone and then you don't and then you don't want to dig in the relationship at the moment, and at the same time you don't want to lose that person? What do you do when you love somebody but you don't want to go into the relationship, but at the same time you don't want to lose the person?
So what should you do?
Yes, it's a state of dilemma. I love the person, I don't want to start a relationship with the person, but at the same time I'm scared I may lose the person if I...
You don't want to have a relationship with that person, and you don't want any other person to have a relationship with that person.
But the person loves the person.
The person loves the person.
Yes.
Let the person be at peace now. If you don't want the person, somebody else wants the person in life. You want to add on it to that? That's the truth. If you don't want to love if you don't want to continue that relationship, leave the person and let the people who appreciate the person enter a relationship with the person. Don't become a witchcraft to somebody's destiny. That's witchcraft. You want something, you don't want any other person to have it.
And then you don't want to lose him. I don't understand.
That's witchcraft. You're a witch.
No, actually.
Or wizard.
It's indecision.
That's what it is. So make up your mind. Leave that person alone.
What if it's not a she?
No, I say witch or wizard. whichever the case it is. Praise God. All right, this one is a very nice question. It says, in a relationship where you are the only one that calls to pick up on your partner, and each time you complain,
To check up.
sorry. In a relationship where you are the only one that calls to check up on your partner, and each time you complain to him that he doesn't reciprocate, he promises to change, yet he doesn't. Then whenever you break up, that is when his ancestors will push him to start calling. And after you accept him back, he then goes back to his old ways. What can one do about this such relationship?
Okay, so this person you have in your life is a phlegmatic. Know it. Go and study more about phlegmatic and you'll be able to conquer it.
All right. So after my last breakup, which was 2 years ago, I believe there's no true love again. And since then, it has been like this no matter how I try. Please, how can I get to solve this? So after my last breakup, which was 2 years back, I believe there's no true love again. And since then, it has been like this no matter how I try. Please, how can I get to solve this? You see,
Number one, you need to heal first.
yes.
Because if you don't heal, you cannot go into another relationship. Go ahead.
And the truth of the matter is that the only thing that can really heal you is the gospel of our Lord Jesus Christ. You know, and this is the reason why we tell people to spend time with the Lord, because it's the one that can really heal your hearts. And so time is your friend. Time is not your enemy, time is your friend. So you have to give it time. Give yourself time. You know, if you, only God knows what happened in this breakup that made you to get to this point where you experience this. So it shows that you've experienced a serious heartbreak, and the Lord can put your heart back together. So at the moment, give your attention to the Lord, give your attention to the things of the Lord, and let Him heal you. Let your heart be healed. And how will you know you are healed? How you know you are healed is when you think back on the things that have happened. When you think back on the past, you don't feel any pain anymore. Are you seeing that? You don't feel any, you don't feel these things you're experiencing that you're talking about now. That's how you know you have healed. And when you have healed, and then you have to renew your mind and tell yourself that there's true love. There's true love. You have to tell yourself this. If not, you will never experience it.
And also, I also want to encourage whoever this person is. Sometimes, some people go into relationship once and they hit it and get it. Some people struggle a lot in relationship. That this didn't work or the former didn't work does not mean that another will not work. So ensure you open up yourself for a good one. And like we said, ensure you are healed first before you go into another relationship, because if you are not healed from the former heartbreak, you have a tendency of bringing those baggages into the new one. Okay, so just give yourself time to heal.
All right, this question is for you. Ma, is it proper to date 3 boyfriends at the same time? Like I love 3 of them and I find it hard to choose. Please help me out. I want to keep one of them.
Okay, so everybody here. Well, I don't know what you understand by boyfriend anyway. It depends on what you are talking about. Some ladies could be that they have 3 suitors, let me put it that way. They might be using the wrong word, calling it boyfriends. Maybe if it's 3 suitors, I'm assuming there are 3 suitors, because from what the person is saying, he loves the 3 of them, but he wants to only keep 1. So maybe there are 3 suitors coming for her for a keep, but she's beginning to like certain things in each of these 3 people, and she feels like keeping 1. Abi? So what should she do? Now, this is what you should do. First and foremost, discover yourself. Know what you want. Then analyze what you want. Analyze the people, that the 3 of them, and see what you can actually work with, and make a choice out of one of them. That is what you should do. Also, before you do that, make sure you pray about it, so that the Holy Spirit will guide you while you are making a choice. But please, I hope you are not having sexual affair with the 3 of them, or you are not having romance with the 3 of them. Because if you are doing that, it means you are really doing something different. It means you are doing prostitution. That's what it means. So please, what should you do? Take stock of who you are, discover yourself, evaluate the three men, and choose the one that you know is a necessary evil you can work with.
All right, next question. Please come and read this. It's a whole lot of writing. Read this one.
All right, the question is, Sama, if you are in a relationship and your partner is an introvert and you are the opposite, you prefer him to always speak up, but he doesn't. He always goes on and off. Sometimes it's like, okay, sometimes it's unhealthy. You have tried to make him be the talking and always to communicate when he's not okay with something. But it's not just his thing to be talking always. What should the lady do? He loves her, but his attitude is draining her a lot.
All right. He said that you now, and this is the reason why you should study about temperament, like Mama was talking about, because when you have this, I mean, you already know the person you are dealing with, and then since you know this person you are dealing with, then it means that you don't just expect that he will change overnight, right? So you have to be very, very patient. So what are the things you need to do? One of the things you can do to get him to talk is that he needs to be able to trust that there are certain things he can tell you and you will not react in a certain way, because men are very interesting. If a man can judge the capacity of what a woman can handle. So if he knows that if he tell this lady this thing now, he knows how she will react. So if you react that way, there are certain things he will not tell you. He will not bring to your notice anymore, because he knows that the way you will respond to it or react to it will not be pleasing for both of you. So even you as a lady, even when you want to react to those things, you have to basically just control yourself so that he can pour out himself to you and tell you things that maybe because you'll be shocked. The person you are calling introvert, he has some friends that he talks and talks and talks. You see that? So there's something that maybe he has perceived in you, and that's why he keeps himself that way. But apart from all that, if that is not the case, like I just said, then you need to be patient with him and try to build conversations that he will love to talk about. And from there, once both of you build trust together, he will be more and more open to you by the day.
So in addition to that, a lot of introverted people, is one of the biggest flaws they have in marriage and relationships. A phlegmatic person that is an introvert prefers to have conversation with friends outside. Not because you are a bad woman, not because you are a bad girlfriend, not because you are putting on some kind of reactions that is throwing him off balance, not because of that. By default, their nature, they like to dwell and commit to their friendship than their spouse. In fact, I have cancelled a lot of marriages like that, introvert and extrovert. When they are in the house, the introvert will not want to communicate. But when he's out there, he communicates with his friends. And then this other one is a very extrovertic person. So what do you need to do? Just like Papa said, be patient with the person. In fact, the opposite even attracts. So there are some things that the introvert has that is even better for you. Both of you cannot be extrovert. Both of you cannot be introvert. So they blend, makes sense. So what you need to do is that the weaknesses, where you have strength, that's where you need to cover up for the person.
You can go ahead.
Please, that baby that is crying, please.
All right. So this question goes like, says, Mama, I want to use this medium to appreciate you for giving us free knowledge and tips on relationship and marriages. My question is, in the situation that you are in a relationship for like 5 years and you are planning for marriage, then the lady mother doesn't like you to marry her daughter. What will you do after spending and investing these years?
Okay, so what will you do? What you should do is this. If you and the girl are in sync together, then it's the girl's duty to do the remaining work. She's the one that has to convince the mom or convince the parent concerning you. If you're really her number one choice, it will work, except otherwise. And in the first place, like I always tell my kingships in the house, when I mean kingships, I mean the guys. Don't go ahead when you are not married to somebody and start doing lots of investments. How can you carry your money, train a girl in the school, and you are not married to her? Leave her parents to train her. If at all you are interested in her and she's coming from a humbled home, then as you want to train her, ensure you have done at least traditional wedding. Or better still, go and do a court wedding. And then thereafter, while she's schooling, you give her, you wound the lion. Meaning you impregnate her. Let her drop one child before she continues. Yes. So don't go and invest in somebody's daughter. See, if you are ready to do that investment, just be ready that if it doesn't work, don't be offended. You have done a charity work. So if you are ready to train any single lady in the house, you are doing it at your own cost. And don't expect that tomorrow, after 5 to 10 years, the parents are saying you cannot marry their daughter. Probably maybe you were coming to the house as a friend. They are seeing you as a friendship to their daughter. Nothing more, nothing less. And then thereafter, you surface, you want to marry. They will tell you no. Especially for those who are very traditionally minded people. So please, men in the house, the virtuous woman, the Proverbs 31. They don't say the virtuous wife. They say the virtuous woman. Every woman, both single and married, if you have the virtue, see, even if your parents don't have the money to take care of you or pay your school fees, you as a woman, you have all it takes, the power to train yourself. And in the morning, if you were here for morning section, I explained how I put through certain things all by myself till date. So if I could do it at that age, you can do even much more. Don't depend on one man, somebody's son, to come and spend on you. Spend on yourself. What you want the man to give you, give yourself. So in summary, please, if you had spent on this girl for 5 good years, you've invested on her, and then and then her parents are saying no otherwise, please, I would like to know your girlfriend. She needs to do the work now. She's the one that needs to push. You don't push. Don't put yourself at the forefront. Allow her to do the job if she's interested in having you two for a keep.
All right, the next question is, how do you treat a person that disturbs you for relationship you don't want to be in a painful way, in order to make the person leave you when you think it's out of hand?
So the person is calling the person all the time, right?
The person said that the person disturbs. It disturbs you for a relationship, and you don't want to be in the relationship.
Okay.
What painful way?
Oh, he wants to do a painful way?
Yes, in order to make the person leave.
So there are basic things you can do. You need to maintain your consistency and insist that you don't want a relationship. As simple as that. Second thing you can do, avoid as much is it meet-up I'll say now, interference?
For me, just hold the conversation and tell the lady that, you see, this thing you want, I don't want it. Put a stop to whatever you think you want to push forward. Simple, come out bluntly. Don't even say it nicely. Just say it as I've said it. And be serious and let her know you don't hate her.
Simple.
But on the other hand, you are not interested. Simple. There's no other two ways about it. Why should a lady be the one going after you? For what now? The Bible says he who finds a wife. It did not say she who finds a wife finds a husband. Please, ladies, calm down. Relax. Let them do the finding. Be a beautiful diamond and a jewel that is hidden to be looked for and be found. Thank you.
Wonderful. Okay, next question. How do I keep my long distance relationship without cheating on the other? So this person has a long distance relationship and wants to ensure that he or she doesn't cheat.
What do you mean by cheating? Are you married? If you're married and you have the certificate to have romance and sex, it's fine. You can. That's when this question could matter. But if you are single, what do you mean by cheating? Have you started having affairs? Who gave you the warrants and the audacity and the certificate to be cheating? So I can't even answer this question in the first place because there shouldn't be anything like cheating in the first place because there is no romance, there is no sex at the moment. And some ladies will be like, why is she saying this? This is the reason why when you go into marriage, you will see a lot of things. I need to test the man. See, if you test, you will keep testing. If you are a virgin and you marry, you will not have issues with sex. But if you are married, are you listening to me? If you are this virgin and you have been sleeping with different types of men, let me tell you what will happen to you. You've already know different, you have tasted different sizes of dick and penis. So you even when you are married, you will not stop looking for it because you will never be satisfied. So why should you even start it in the first place? Stick to what you have and work on your relationship. If you are doing a distant relationship, build on your communication level and be faithful. You say you don't want to cheat. I don't think this question is for me because if I go deep into this question now, I might take 30 minutes to handle this.
All right, the next question is, how can I further a relationship with a lady who doesn't believe or trust anything that comes out of my mouth or anything I say? How can you further a relationship with a lady who doesn't believe or trust anything that comes out of my mouth? That means you have certainly done a lot of things that right now she doesn't believe or trust anything that comes out of your mouth because of a pattern you have built over the period of time you have been together. See, so if you are going to change that narrative, then there are things you need to do. First, you need to be as transparent as possible for her to gain your trust back. And you have to work for it because now you have to be worthy of her trust again. Because you have messed it up in the first place. You trusted it before and you threw it out the window. So if you want her to change her mind about it, then you need to you have to actually put yourself in a way, what are the things that I need to do now for her to trust me back? And start doing those things. If those things you are doing before, you have to stop them and change the way you are doing the things you're doing now. And then number two, you have to be very, very transparent as much as you can and be honest in your dealings with whatever it is that caused all of this in the first place. And if there was a behavioral problem that you were exhibiting before that caused this, then you need to change that behavior. Maybe you are used to lying, or maybe you are used to cheating people, maybe you are used to having different ladies up and down. You have to stop those things. If you don't stop it, nothing is going to change. And you will not take anything out of your mouth seriously anymore because you have messed up trust in the first place.
Absolutely.
Next question. We have 2 more questions here. And second to the last is, do you have more? That's all right. I have 2 girlfriends. And both of them love me. They love me heartedly. So heartedly. Wholeheartedly. But I only have one. How can I open up to the other one, the one that I have no feelings for, and I can't continue with the relationship, and she's my first girlfriend? So you actually have 2 girlfriends, and both of them love you wholeheartedly, but you only love one of them, and the one that is your first girlfriend, you don't love her. So you're asking, how can I open up to the other one, the one that I have no feelings for? The question is, have you told her? So you need to, like you said, open up. If you both are serious about your journey of life, then you need to have a conversation that we're talking about, communication. Sit down with her and have this conversation. That way you need to do, have this conversation. And if both of you cannot resolve or come to a conclusion on this matter, then at least now she knows that you don't love her and you don't love her too. It's better than for you to continue that relationship, which at the end of the day, you will still end one day or the other. So the earlier, the better. So let her know. Both of you talk as adults and resolve the issue and move on with your life. It's as simple as that. Don't add anything. All right. Next question. Last question. Is it true that guys from this church are players? Because I have one guy that I love in this church. I shall love him, and I don't want him to know his name. Okay, so I'll not mention his name, but I know the person he's talking about. You want to see the person? Don't mention the name. If you don't want the person to know the name, but see the name here. You have seen the name? So I'll keep this question to myself for people that want to go and investigate. So first and foremost, there is no church that don't have players. Are you listening to me? Because there are human beings in the house of God. There are people who are new converts, those that are matured, those that are playing church, serious with church. You can even have singers who are also players, pastors who are also players. So you need to give yourself some wisdom. One of the things we told some of you ladies.
And them being players, are they playing with themselves? They are playing with a fellow girl like you now. And so the girls too are players.
This is one of the reasons why we have told most of you in EC. We have told you several times. In fact, I've said this several times. I said, if there is a guy in church that you are interested in, or is interested in you, let the leadership of the church know about it. We have said it countless times. How many of you ladies have ever come and tell us that there's this brother who likes me, is asking me out? What do you think? You have not done it.
In fact, most of the ladies, they are even complaining that the EC guys are players. Some of them are coming to this church because of my boys in the church here.
Kabbalah.
Yes, I'm aware, and I know all of them one after the other. They say they are fine boys with dread, Holy Ghost filled, they can sing. They are coming for the, I've heard conversations. Somebody has forwarded recorded conversations to me. And I can play it if you want it. I can play it here for you to hear. Evidence. So some of these girls, they are the one coming to chase after them. I'm aware. Some of them, when they see me, they hang around them. When they see me, they run to hide. Some of them are in a relationship. These same girls that are talking, they are in a relationship with my boys in this church. They have never one day met me officially to report themselves that one of my son in the Lord is interested in them. And you are calling them player. You are the player.
If they play you,
of course they will play you like football, and I will endorse it because you open up yourself for it. If you are a decent girl from a well brought up home, you shouldn't run after a man. You should wait for the man to come after you. Even if you are loving the guy, ensure he's the one coming after you. And once he's coming after you, he has approached you. Look for me. I'm accessible. It's not as if I'm unapproachable. Meet me and say, Mama, I want to see you. There's one of your sons in the Lord that have declared an interest to having me for a keep. I said, let me let you know. Then I will call him to order. I say, I would love to see the both of you together. And the moment that is done, if I see him with another person or some kind of mushy thing, I'll call him and I'll call him to order. But in the case whereby you hadn't done that and you are saying they are players, where are your evidence? Please don't sit there and judge them. Like Pastor has said, even Solomon was a man that God loved so much, and he gave him a slot for what he wants, and he asked for wisdom. David was a man after God's own heart. He did a lot of atrocities. Is he womanizing? What is he murder? He did it. So they are not exceptional. They are born of the flesh. They were once a natural man before they became supernatural men. Okay? So please, if you are a lady here and you think a guy in this church is playing you, you are the one that is playing yourself. And please stay away from them. If they have asked you out, please come genuinely to me and Papa and tell us. If they have refused to come and introduce you, then it means that they are not interested
They want
in
to
you.
play you. That's what it means. So,
In fact, some of the ladies in this church, I will sit down with my son in the Lord. I will say, come here, what are you doing with him? The next thing they will see me, they will not greet me again. It's prostitution. You are practicing prostitution, for crying out loud. Me, then, a man say hello to me. I will tell my pastor, see that guy that is playing guitar there. He's always saying hello to me. I don't understand though. Every time he's always calling me. In fact, when my husband was coming for me, he will call me in the midnight. He will call me during working hour. If I'm in for a meeting, as I'm coming back, I'm seeing SMS, WhatsApp, I'm seeing missed call. And one day I asked him, I said, why is this man just disturbing me? I asked him, what is the matter? What is all this call for? And he now told me, let him call a spade a spade. Maybe he was trying to prepare the ground very well. I said, what do you want? He told me he wants me for a keep. I said, really? I said, okay, so is your dad, your mom, pastors, everybody, are they aware that you are liking another person? I was that very blunt. And I thank God I kept myself for him. So don't come to this church and then be eyeing these guys on the stage. Are you a Delilah? Don't come and remove the power on their head. And then you are saying they are players. Mind you, I've said this in my January episode. None of my son in the Lord is a player. If he's a player, stop playing with them. Please. For my beautiful jewels in the house, if you are interested in any of my son in the Lord, come and talk to me about it. And I will also find out if they are interested in you. And I'll coach the both of you together.
This thing we are saying is for your safety. For your safety. So that you don't experience all these negative emotions that we're talking about. Praise God. So we hope that you've received wisdom and act upon them. All right.
So
Thank you very much.
We have come to the end of this section, the edition and episode of the April. And before we end this, I have some of my April born in the house. If you are April born, please let me see your hands up. Please let me have your account number. Hold on a minute. Let me have, no, I know them. Let them write, don't worry. Let me have your account details, your name, and then your phone number. For the April born, or if you have your anniversary on this date. So this is my giveaway for this group of people. So do I have Ojoma Yusuf in the house? Ojoma Yusuf? This month is her birthday. Do I have Bliss Ruby in the house? So please, can we sing happy birthday to them? Why I want to do this, these beautiful jewels are really impacted in this program. And they have been one of the anchorers or decorators of this program. And I just want to use this medium to honor them and respect them so much. Please, can somebody lead us in a happy birthday song for them? Can I have confidence? My one and only Bobito, where is he? Confidence, pardon. He's somewhere around. Please, kindly sing happy birthday to these three. They have really impacted this program, and I want to honor them with this. So to every one of you that have not called out, please write your phone number and your name, your account details.
So, happy birthday, everybody sing, to you. Everybody, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. All right, thank you very much. Please put your hands together for them. Thank you. I will tell you how you send your account. Please.
Please meet my manager.
Thank you.
Submit it to him.
Please. Now, all of you that used to call out, when I say 5 people come out, 6 people come out, that people are giving attitude. As you are coming to write your account, you know what will happen. Now some people are asking me for April born. After the program, let's just meet here quickly. Quickly, I will not do this announcement again. April born, please, let's just meet here. I don't even know why Mama is doing this. I'm still trying to understand because she's March born. People just have grace. January, people would not see anything. February, March, April.
When somebody has impacted your life in certain ways.
Shey you are hearing.
So impact my program, impact my life. And I will impact your life. So let's do this together.
So somebody asked that, they said that most of the boys in EC are players. They say, of course, most of them are instrumentalists. They are already used to playing one instrument or the other. So, sir, ma, do you think it's the influence of this instrument they are playing that is causing these things? Because
none of my boys in EC is a player.
So because when Mama said, when Papa started reading the quotes, I say,
even if they are a player, I refuse them to be a player. They cannot be
Amen.
a player.
Amen. Amen. Please. 2 keywords that Mama said today that thrill me. She said, don't invest in anybody that is not your spouse. Don't come and say, I use one girl as a forex. I know her future is bright. I pay her school fees. Please. Traditional marriage, then what? Wound the lion. Everybody say, wound the lion. All these spiritual people, when they use some words, be wondering, when you say wound the lion, so please, very importantly, we keep all these things they've said to us very important. Please, let's appreciate them. Put your hands together. I know you have eaten. Please clap your hands. Come on, clap your hands. Celebrate them, celebrate them, celebrate them. Thank you. Come on, come on. All right. All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, I want to use this medium to cordially invite you guys, right? I wish that apart from Mama, you know, Mama is a relationship coach. I just wish that all of you that are in this service were in our morning service. I think throughout this month we'll be talking about finance. So some of you don't understand what we're saying. If you don't save, you're a fool. You understand? All you came for is love talk. You understand? So I want to use this medium to invite you guys to Sunday services, morning services. In fact, it's as impactful as this one you're experiencing. April born already, they ate cake this morning. Today they are going to have a lot. Please, come on, put your hands together for what our Papa and Mama are doing. Put your hands together, put your hands together. Very soon, maybe Papa is going to be doing financial seminars like this. You understand? Mama is doing relationship finance because you can't enjoy sweet relationship if you don't have money. You get? So you need the both, and they are more than capable. Come on, come on. So in just few minutes, we are going to be out of here. In just the next 5 minutes, we are going to be out of here. So the only thing that we're left to do, is there any testimonial from the blind dates? Any testimonies? Is there any breakthrough? Any breakthrough? Okay, soon. Somebody say soon. Please, we are praying for you too. We are praying for you. Papa have said it. If you come for a program, you say a brother you like, come and meet Papa and Mama and tell them. But you have not think about it that if Papa say, okay, I'll talk to the brother. Papa now tell the brother that this guy is liking him. The brother now say, okay, now since it's Papa that said that I should date you. When that now enter now and still break your heart, you now say that, who will limit? Is it the boy or Papa? We are still going to have that question one day. I know that person that asked the question. So, I want to appreciate you guys for staying to the end. Have we all eaten? Are we good? I want to be sure we've all eaten. Where am I? April born. April born. Please don't forget where we're meeting. April born. We're meeting by the left. All right, in the absence of. So let's not forget, next month we are still going to be having a dinner with Pastor Jenny. Please, let's try as much as possible. If there's one thing you should do, go to her page. Go to Mama's page. If you cannot come and say thank you. In fact, we have over 40,000. And you know, Mama, I used to tell her that all this money she's spending in this city. Now, maybe now she say that when she reaches 50K subscribers, she's going to carry all her subscribers to go and cheat. That is the problem. Please be a part of it. Today you are not April born. You get? Please go to her page, subscribe, like. Whenever she make a post, you understand? Try and share. You get? Let's form a community. Let's not just say, Mama, we love what you are doing. You are blessing our life. Please, let's go to her page, engage the page, share her. You understand? Very importantly, her page is Jennifer Tosin Komolafe on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Please. It will not take you more than, and TikTok. TikTok. We want to start preparing you guys on TikTok. Me now, break it down, give him proper man. Me now, I'm not even begging you guys. Now we heard that TikTok used to pay. They've been paying since. Please, very soon now, Mama will not be bringing our money for this food. I'm just telling you as the manager now. Because very soon it's the money we are generating from our pages, you understand? So please, when you want to get to like 10K followers on TikTok, at least before next month end, please, it's possible. Just go to our page. You will see our page. There are contents there. Very importantly, please let's follow, let's like, let's share. Go to Epicenter Church page. Like, share, comment, subscribe. On notification button so that if a message drop, you understand? Very importantly, thank you very much. In the absence of any other thing, can we rise on our feet? So if you have a question that you are not able to ask, you can still go to her page and ask the question. You can ask the question on her page. Very importantly, I'm sure she'll be kind enough to reply to you. All right. So we'll sing down. Leave it. So we'll sing "The Lord Bless You" in Afro format today. Everybody, now let's go. The Lord bless you and keep you. Make His face shine upon you. Be gracious to you. The Lord turning face towards you and give you peace. Now look at the person. Say, may His favor be upon you in 1,000 generations. Your family, your children, and your children, and your children. May His presence go before you and behind you and beside you, all around you, within you. He is with you. He is with you. In the morning, in the evening, in your coming and your going, you're weeping and rejoicing. He is for you. 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 Everybody say amen. Amen. Yeah. Amen. Amen. Oh, amen. Yeah. Amen. Amen. Thank you so much. Tell the person next to you, say, keep living the unshakable life. And tell the person you are growing and expanding on every side. Tell the person, see you on Tuesday Vibes. See you on Tuesday for Tuesday Vibes. 5:30, I'll be waiting for you at the door. Now you are not saying you have eaten rice, you are not saying it. See you on Friday prayer, see you on Sunday. Thank you so much. April born, April.